Hi gang, here we are again. Today we're doing another super easy, fast recipe, kind of building on what you did last week actually, with similar ingredients. Today we're going to show you how to make homemade pizzas. Instead of using a pizza crust though, we're going to use pita bread. You can use pita bread, you can use naan, you could use tortillas if you wanted an uber thin crust pizza. But today we've chosen pita bread. So the first thing I want to teach you though is how to make your own pizza sauce. It's so good, really easy, cheap, better than the stuff in a jar, and it's a lot healthier for you too. So the ingredients we need for this one, we need the pitas, a tin of crushed tomatoes. This will make, obviously you can see, a lot. We want to use crushed tomatoes instead of tomato paste because all that is pure tomatoes. It's nice and thick. It's a great consistency for sauce. So that's what you want to use. We need some chopped garlic. You've got garlic in your package. You can either use what's there, or what I like to do is keep it chopped in oil in the fridge. So it's already ready to go whenever I need it. So chopped garlic, a pinch of sugar, some dried oregano, an onion, because we're going to put caramelized onions on it, because I like caramelized onions, or not, up to you. I'm making this one for my daughter, so there won't be any caramelized onions on it. But if you make caramelized onions, you can keep those in the fridge too. Mozzarella cheese, and cornmeal. This is the magic ingredient. You put it on the bottom of your pan, and then you get that really nice, crisp, pizzeria style crust. So that's what we're gonna do. So the first thing we're gonna do is make the sauce. So I'm going to go over to the stove. That little beep is my oven telling me that it's at the right temperature. And I'm gonna heat up the stove. We're gonna put a little bit of garlic in here. It's already got the oil in it. Saute that just for a minute, just to get it started. You want it to be softened a little bit. It mellows the flavor out. Cooked garlic is a lot, as I said, mellower than raw garlic. If you've ever had roasted garlic, that's another really good thing. Have that ahead of time. So a little bit of garlic into the pan. I'm going to get that started. And let me grab the other ingredients. We need the sugar, and we need the oregano. You can use basil if you like, thyme, or if you happen to have Italian seasoning, that's another thing that you can put in there. Traditionally, it's a little bit of basil. I happen to like oregano, so that's what we're making it with on this side. So we're gonna give this a little bit of time. Now, you gotta watch your garlic. See how it's bubbling away, but you can see how quickly it browns. You do not want burnt garlic. That's just nasty. So that's probably good enough. Then we're gonna dump in our tomatoes. So, fun fact about tomatoes. You've got to stir them. They have a really low boiling point, which I don't know why. I'm not sure the science behind it, but you can see that there's already steam coming from them. They boil very, very quickly, even though they're not hot. Like, everything, here's your science for you. Things boil at different temperatures. Water boils at 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which is hot. Tomatoes boil at a much lower temperature, and when they're boiling, they splat, and you get tomato spray everywhere. So keep stirring them. Keep an eye on them. You do not want to make a hot mess, because they literally splatter everywhere. You know what else does that is pumpkin, because I make pumpkin pie, and when I cook the filling, you got to be really careful because it bubbles and boils, but isn't hot. Okay, So we're gonna give that a little stir. We're gonna let that sit. Now we're gonna put in a little bit of sugar. We're talking just maybe half a teaspoon. You don't want it sweet. But what the sugar does is cuts the acid of the tomatoes. It's a great little hint. Anytime you're making anything that's tomato based, you can put a bit of sugar in it. The other thing that works really well is a pinch of cinnamon. Does the same thing, cuts the acid, makes them a little smoother. Tomatoes are naturally really sweet, so you don't need a lot. So there's that. We've got the garlic in there. Then we're gonna put in a teaspoon of oregano. And of course you'll notice how carefully I'm measuring everything. There, it looks to be about a teaspoon. That goes in. Let that simmer. Oh, it smells great. If you've got any fresh oregano, like maybe everybody, in your house has jumped on the gardening bandwagon, or even you're just growing some herbs on your windowsill, you can put fresh oregano in. Always salt and pepper. A little bit of pepper. Just a pinch of salt. Not a lot. There's that. And then the key to making this really good is olive oil. You want to finish it with a couple tablespoons of olive oil. It just makes it, see how it's starting to boil? We talked about that. See, it's boiling and splattering. I don't want to get Tasha's phone all splattery. So I'm going to turn that down. But the olive oil goes in there. Stir it up. And voila, you have pizza sauce. So, pretty easy, wouldn't you say? Then you can put it in a container. It'll keep in the fridge for about a week. And if you're not going to use it right away or use it all up, freeze it. It's a great thing to do. Okay, so let's make our pizza. We're going to sprinkle the baking sheet with a bit of cornmeal. I should probably give you a recipe for cornmeal muffins too, because you need to have something to do with the extra cornmeal that you're going to have in your bake. Crust goes down. We're going to come over here. We're going to put some sauce on the pizza. So you can obviously put whatever you like on your pizza. I'm making this for my daughter. She just likes cheese pizza, so that's all we're gonna put on here. You can put as much or as little sauce on it as you like. There's that. And then we're just gonna put some good mozzarella cheese on here. You can do a cheese blend. If you've still got some cheddar cheese left over from the quesadillas, you can throw that on here. See what you think. And then it goes into the oven. I'm just gonna use the toaster oven, but it's set at 450 degrees. You want it really hot. So it goes in there and it takes about 4 to 5 minutes to cook. So you can listen to me babble for that, or I can stop, say goodbye, tell you I miss you all, and post a picture, which is probably preferable to listening to me yabber on for the next 5 minutes. So hang in there, gang. I'll post a picture. You can see it cooking in the oven. Don't judge me on how dirty my toaster oven is. And you all take good care. Bye-bye.